In this video, you're gonna see me do something that you've probably never seen anybody do in NBA 2K25. Everyone knows that the 7-foot centers are the wave this year. When you go into the rec, 9 times out of 10 at the center position, you're gonna be matched up against a 7-foot center. I myself am guilty of this. If you're a returning subscriber, you already know I've created several 7-foot center builds this year, including my 7-foot Superman build. If you haven't watched that video yet, I'll leave a link to that in the description. Now, if you're a returning subscriber, you also know that every single game I play is with rec randoms. When I go into the randoms, I like to play on my point guard build. That way I can have more control of the game, but every now and then I like to play on a center build as well, so I decided to make something different. A center build that can kind of play like a point guard as well. So I decided to create a 6'9" center build with an 80 ball handle. That way I can have some really good dribble animations just like this, and I can create a bucket for myself, along with that Zach LaVine step back, which is the best step back in the game. Don't worry, I'm gonna give you guys every single dribble animation that I use. I'm gonna give you guys the jump shot, the dunk packages, and every single animation that I have equipped on the build. Now, I'm not gonna just waste my time showing you guys clips in the my court. We're obviously gonna jump into the builder, and I'm gonna show you guys some clips from the rec randoms as well. Now, before we get started, there's one thing that I have to tell you, and that's that this is the funnest build that I've created all year long. And if you've been with me since the beginning, you know I've created a lot of builds in this game this year. I promise I'm not trying to waste your guys' time at all, but I really do want you guys to understand everything about this build. And I haven't had the chance to play on it enough to really know how it's gonna compete against some really good players, but so far I have been dominating with this build. So like I said, you're gonna go with the center position with the 6'9" height and 284 pounds. That way we can make sure we secure that 99 defensive rebound with that 7-foot wingspan, which is gonna be long enough to get that 89 mid-range, unlocking gold set shot specialist. Combined with that 83 3 ball to get that bronze limitless badge, you're gonna be dominating the other center from the 3-point line all game long. And if you watch this video all the way through, you're gonna have an understanding of what I did with this build to make it a lot easier to knock down shots as well. And if you skip through the video, you might miss out on some important things that I have to say, like the fact that when I first created the build, I didn't realize that I actually messed it up. And I'm gonna show you guys how to create the build if I was to recreate it. I'm also going to show you guys how I created the build originally as well. So don't skip through it because I don't want you to create the wrong build, and I also want you guys to have an understanding of everything I did with this build and why, and I'm going to show you as we walk through it. So starting off, as you can see, we already took our driving dunk up to a 75, but we're going to come back to that. For now, we're going to go down to our physicals. We're going to take our vertical all the way up to an 85. You need at least an 85 to compete against those 7-foot centers. Do not go anything lower than 85 with the 6'9" center, or you're going to regret it, I promise. Now, moving up to the strength, you're going to take your strength up to an 89. You need an 89 to get that Hall of Fame box out beast once we take our defensive rebound up. Obviously, the 91 strength will get you gold brick wall, but this is all we could afford on this build. Now, moving up to the agility. This is where listening becomes really important. Once again, you're gonna take your agility up to a 65, the bare minimum to get the silver shifty shooter badge once we take our mid-range up. Now, moving on to the speed, you're gonna take your speed up to a 73, the bare minimum for this build to unlock that silver slippery off-ball badge. Combined with that high 3-ball and that high mid-range, you're gonna be dominating those slow centers on the perimeter all game long, especially if you use the takeover that I'm gonna show you in this video. Especially if you know how to L2 cheese as well. Everybody knows that's the wave this year anyways, and when you're matched up against a slow 7-foot center, it's gonna be really hard for them to keep up with you. And with the takeover that I'm gonna show you, you're gonna have a +7 to your speed, giving you an 80 speed as well when your takeover is activated. Now, one thing that I should have mentioned earlier in the video, this build is gonna require cap breakers, but moving forward, I have 10 cap breakers that I can use for the build. So I decided to take my defensive rebound up to a 94 and use a +5 cap breaker in that category to get a 99 defensive rebound, unlocking that legend rebound chaser badge. Now, unfortunately, we're gonna leave our offensive rebound at a 64. That way we have points for other categories. moving forward, we're going to take our block all the way up to an 88. That way we get that gold high flying denier badge, which is a tier 2 badge. So we're going to get that badge on Hall of Fame using our tier 2 badge perk. Then we're going to take our interior defense up to a 74. The 70 is going to give us that silver paint patroller badge. The 74 is going to give you bronze post lockdown. Now we're going to talk about this for a minute because I know a lot of you guys are going to disagree with this, but I have created several 7-foot center builds, like I said earlier in the video, with an 82 interior defense to get that silver post lockdown. But at this point in the game, a lot of people are able to shoot now. A lot of people are not paint mashing as much, and I promise you guys, I'm going to show you guys some clips really quick, but from what I've been experienced so far, the 74 interior defense has been completely fine. Now, I'm not going to lie, when I first created the build, I almost didn't even want to create it because of this. I thought that it was going to be a problem, but I'm telling you guys right now, I promise you, you will be fine, especially if you play hands up defense just like this. You're going to be able to get some stops, especially with that 73 speed and 65 agility, making it a lot easier to get into position. So you're going to be where you need to be in time, especially with the takeover that I use, giving you an 80 speed with that takeover activated, using that tier 2 badge perk to get Hall of Fame high flying denier. You're going to be able to get some stops at the rim, I promise you. Now, obviously, you're not going to get every single stop every single time, but that's going to be okay because on the other end, you're going to be keeping the center on the other team out of the paint all game long, especially because you're 6'9", so you get faster jump shot animations than you would as a 7-footer, and on top of that, you're going to have Hall of Fame set shot specialist using your tier 1 badge perk, and the 7-footers don't have perimeter defense. They don't get challenger, so they have to stay up on you and guard you all game long. And you guys are going to see exactly what I'm talking about when we move forward with this build, but for now, we're going to take our steal all the way up to a 79, unlocking silver glove and silver interceptor. Unfortunately, I don't have any clips of me getting steals. I only have this one, but I'm telling you guys right now, silver interceptor and silver glove are probably one of the funnest things on this build. When you go into the rec randoms, 9 times out of 10, you're matched up against a 7-foot center. So people aren't used to playing against centers that have these type of badges. So it makes it really easy to play those lanes and get steals in those pick and roll and those pick and pop situations. This is also going to help against those 7-foot centers because it's going to make the point guard on the other team second guess forcing the ball to them in the paint because they know that you're able to play those lanes and get some steals. Now, unfortunately, we have to leave our perimeter defense at a 54. I know this really sucks, but like I said, I wanted to be a lot more versatile on the offensive end. So I'm going to show you guys what we're going to do. We're going to move on to our playmaking. We're going to take our passing accuracy all the way up to an 89. This is going to give us silver versatile visionary along with the Tyrese Halliburton pass style, which is the best style in the game. Now, you don't have to take yours up to an 89. This is what I prefer. If you don't have cap breakers and you need to make room in other categories, you might consider taking your passing accuracy down if you want to create this build. But for me personally, I love having an 89 passing accuracy, especially when the other team realizes that the 7-foot centers can't guard me, and that gives me the ability to create buckets for my teammates. Every time the defender helps, I'm able to kick it out to the right person in time to get an easy 3. Now, moving on to the funnest part of the build, we're going to take our ball handle all the way up to an 80, unlocking that Zach LaVine step back, along with that Tyrese Halliburton hesitation, the Kawhi Leonard behind the back, the Devin Booker crossover, and some of the best dribble animations in the game. Like I said earlier in the video, I'm going to show you guys every single animation that I use for this build at the end of the video. Now, moving on, this is really important because I don't want you to mess up your build, but you need to take your speed with ball all the way up to a 65. This is going to give you the ability to unlock the Kevin Durant dribble style. You only need a 60 for the Zion Williamson, but having that Kevin Durant in the bag is definitely going to be clutch. Especially against those 7-foot centers, trust me when I tell you, they're not going to be able to guard you when you get these moves in your bag. And I don't consider myself a dribble god or anything like that, but I promise with these dribble moves, you're going to be able to create a bucket for yourself. Especially considering that they have to stay close to you when you have that 83 3 ball, combined with that 89 mid-range, when you use your +5 cap breakers to take it up from 84 to unlock that gold set shot specialist like I said, utilizing your tier 1 badge perk to get that badge on Hall of Fame, They have to step up and jump, especially because they don't have any perimeter defense. They don't have challenger, so they have to jump. And when they do, you're gonna have that silver shifty shooter badge because you took your agility up to a 65. Just like I told you earlier in the video, and since you're 6'9", you also get the Pro 2 dribble pull-up, which is the best dribble pull-up in the game. And I'm telling you guys right now, I'm gonna show you guys some clips. This is completely game-changing for your build. People aren't used to watching centers do this type of stuff, so it's not something that people really expect. So you're gonna put on the Make It Rain Takeover. This is gonna give you a boost to your spot up shooting. This is gonna force the center on the other team to have to stay up on you, especially when you have heat check. You're gonna be able to knock it down from the hash. That's gonna start forcing them to jump, and every time they jump, you're gonna use that shifty shooter badge to create a bucket with the fade. You can use the Kevin Durant dribble pull-up if you'd like, but having that Pro 2 dribble pull-up, every time they jump, you're gonna be able to go to that fade. It's gonna be quick and deadly, I promise. Most of the time, the other team is not gonna be expecting the center to be going for those dribble pull-ups. They're gonna be expecting you to attack the rim and dunk the ball. So having this in your bag at a center position is extremely toxic, especially for the center on the other team to guard. I can't tell you how many 7-foot centers I've made quit. And it's not just from this dribble pull-up, obviously, that 80 ball handle, giving you some dribble animations that centers are just not used to guarding. It's gonna be able to give you the ability to create buckets time and time again. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. But first, I did want to show you guys that this dribble 2 pull-up can be extremely deadly, especially because a lot of times the other team is gonna be expecting you to attack the rim. And whenever you're pulling up with these fades, your teammates are gonna love you because you're not forcing stuff up in the paint. You're spreading the floor for them to create more buckets as well. Now, if you want to be even more toxic, you can use the Silky Shooter Takeover and then equip your Tier 1 badge perk to Shifty Shooter to get it on gold. And then you're gonna be able to knock down those spin jumpers really easy along with those dribble pull-ups all game long. And the centers on the other team are not gonna wanna guard that. As you can see right here, I'm using that dribble pull-up in the corner and I'm able to knock it down. Now, unfortunately, I don't really have a lot of clips of me utilizing my dribble moves yet. Like I said, this build is pretty much brand new and I'm still learning. But as you can see right here, I do that Zach LaVine step back and create some space. And I'm telling you guys right now, the centers on the other team are not going to want to guard this. Whenever they sag off, every time you're going to be able to kill them. And if they stay up, utilizing that ball handle and that speed with ball, you're going to be able to get that blow by with that Hall of Fame strong handle badge and create a bucket with that silver shifty shooter badge. And if that don't work, you're going to have an 80 driving dunk on this build, so you're still going to be able to attack the rim and finish as well. Now, like I said, I messed up my build originally. I went with the 69 offensive rebound. I didn't realize that I could go down to a 64 to save points, and I have a 75 driving dunk on my build. But you can take your offensive rebound down to a 64 to get that 80 driving dunk, to get that gold aerial wizard badge, along with some better dunking animations as well. That 80 driving dunk is definitely going to be better than that 75, combined with that bronze posterizer badge and unlocking that gold aerial wizard. Or if you would like, as you saw, you could take your driving layup up to a 70 to get that bronze physical finisher, but I highly recommend take your driving dunk up to an 80 instead. Get those better dribble animations. It's going to be better for finishing at the rim, especially in those pick and roll situations and when you're attacking on the fast break. The 65 driving layup does give us the Ben Simmons layup package. We have the 74 close shot as well to get the bronze paint prodigy badge, a 50 standing dunk to get 2 standing dunk animations. I know a lot of people aren't going to like that as a center. I know you guys like centers with standing dunk, but I had to sacrifice to make this build a little bit more fun, especially in the rec randoms. Whenever I'm playing on a center build and I got a point guard that can't create a bucket, I wanted to have some playmaking and the ability to create buckets for myself. And I'm telling you guys, I have not regretted it at all. I'm still able to get some standing dunk animations. The 80 driving dunk, I'm able to finish at the rim. And as you guys saw from those clips, I'm easily able to create buckets from the mid-range and the 3-point line on my stretch point center. Now, just in case you guys are still not convinced, I got a few more clips to show you guys in this video. But first, I'm going to show you guys real quick the driving dunk. The 75 driving dunk, like I said, is what I've been using on this build. And it has been just enough, I promise. I wish I could have the 89 driving dunk, trust me, or at least an 87 to get those contact dunks. But unfortunately, like I said, we had to sacrifice to get some playmaking. Later on in the year, I might remake this build, lowering the passing accuracy and utilizing my veteran 2 cap breakers and try to figure out a way to get that 89 driving dunk to unlock the 1 foot and the 2 foot moving contact dunks. As you can see right here, I'd utilize that behind the back and get an easy and one right here in the corner. He's forced to jump knowing I can knock it down, forcing the defender to help. I kick it out with that 89 passing accuracy. Unfortunately, my assist gets stolen from the AI. But on the other end, like I said, we got that 79 steal to get that silver glove badge, and we're able to rip this guy, run down court to the corner. Once again, that 83 3 ball combined with that Hall of Fame set shot specialist badge and the takeover that I'm using, the Make It Rain takeover, you're going to be able to knock those down pretty much every single time. As you can see right here, once again, hitting the AI in the corner, immediately catching it right back in the corner, and I'm able to dex this guy in the corner for an easy 3, and now I have heat check and takeover. It's going to force the defender to stay out of the paint every single time. Now, like I said, I'm going to jump into this build really quick. The build that I already created, I'm going to recreate this build to get that 80 driving dunk. Like I said, I messed this build up originally, and I didn't realize until I made this video when I went into the builder to recreate it and show you. But we're going to jump into the attributes so I can show you exactly how I created the build originally. Like I said, we only have that 75 driving dunk on my build. Every clip you saw was with the 75 driving dunk. But if it was me, I would drop that offensive rebound down to a 64 and get that 80 driving dunk to unlock some better driving dunk animations. Like I said, we use a post 5 cap breaker to our mid-range to get that 89 mid-range, unlocking that gold set shot specialist badge. And then we added a plus 5 cap breaker to our defensive rebound to get that 99 defensive rebound, unlocking legend rebound chaser. You're gonna need this against those footers, especially if they got that 99 offensive rebound. The speed and agility is gonna help you get into position to secure those boards. And the 85 vertical is going to help you out jump them. Now, sometimes, like I said, you're not going to out rebound them every single time, but you're going to be able to spread the floor and knock down those shots, which is going to eliminate a lot of the rebounds that the defender is going to get a lot of times. Honestly, a lot of the rebounds that they get come from them praying that you miss while they sit in the paint and wait to secure the board. But they're going to have to stay up and guard you because you're going to be able to knock it down with that takeover that I'm going to show you, especially combined with the tier 1 badge perk to get that Hall of Fame set shot specialist badge. And like I said, our tier 2 badge perk, I'm using that on high flying denier. Obviously, if you make this build, you don't have to do that. Like I said earlier in the video, you could use your tier 1 badge perk to get shifty shooter on gold, or you can get gold glove or interceptor. And then you could utilize your takeover to get that silky shooter takeover, which can make a really deadly combination on those fades, especially against those 7-footers, because they're too slow to keep up with that. Now, just in case you guys aren't fully convinced, I'm going to show you guys some clips against a 7-footer that had a 99 offensive rebound, along with a 99 defensive rebound, and a 99 passing accuracy. And considering that this video is already getting long, and I still want to show you guys all of my animations, I'm going to make this as quick as possible. I promise I'm not trying to waste your guys' time at all. And I can tell you guys right now that I'm definitely going to be dropping more videos on this build, so if you are new, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you go, and also hit that like button on this video. That way we help boost the algorithm, and that's really going to help out my channel more than you know. It's also going to help motivate me to drop more videos. I'm on the road to getting monetized, so I really do appreciate any support that I can get. And if you're watching this video all the way through, I really do appreciate that as well. I will be dropping another video on this build this weekend. It's going to be the very first game that I went into the rec randoms on this build. As you can see right here, this is my matchup, a 7-foot center. He averages 13, 13, and 6, a 99 pass, standing dunk with a 99 actually defensive rebound. I'm sorry if I got that wrong earlier in the video. And as you can see, I'm only a brown play as well, but you can see I'm averaging 20 points with 14 rebounds and 8 assists. Almost a triple-double with this build at 20 points is pretty insane. Now, obviously, these numbers are going to change. This build is brand new, and I'm going to be recreating it as well anyways to get that 80 driving dunk. But first possession, you can already see that silver interceptor paying off. Then on the other end, that 89 mid-range paying off with that silver deadeye. Getting that weak coverage, I'm able to knock it down. Now, to keep this video way shorter, I'm only going to be showing the highlights from my build. As you can see right here, I'm able to get a stop, and once again, he gets the offensive rebound, and I'm standing in front of the guy with the 99 standing dunk, able to get a stop. He kicks it off, another stop. Right here, he kicks it out for the 3, and he missed it. They got another offensive rebound. As you can see, I'm getting hoarse, but I get another stop against that 99 standing dunk. Like I said, that 74 interior defense is going to be enough. as long as you stay in position. Now, sometimes they will get some dunks on you, and that's okay, because like I said, on the other end, you're going to be able to create buckets for yourself from the perimeter, and your teammates are going to love that because you're not clogging up the paint and you're able to spread the floor. And as you just saw, utilizing that 65 agility, I was able to get a stop, and on the other end with that quick jump shot, I'm able to knock down the 3 from the perimeter once again. Right here, utilizing that silver interceptor badge, once again, I'm able to get a steal, that 89 passing accuracy, coming in clutch on the fast break, finding the open man for an easy 3. Once again, that Hall of Fame high flying denier, I only have silver in this video, but that Hall of Fame high flying denier with that 80 speed when your takeover is activated and that 65 agility, I promise, you're gonna be able to get some stops at the rim. You have nothing to worry about. With 2 seconds left, I'm calling for the ball. With heat check, I'm hitting from the hash. I'm telling you guys right now, the center on the other team is not going to want to deal with guarding you. Now, I don't have perimeter defense, but with that speed and agility, I'm able to get out to the perimeter quick and jump and get a contest. On the other end, like I said, our teammate misses an open shot, but I'm able to get back on the fast break, contest the perimeter, run to the paint, and using that silver high flying denier, like I said, I don't even have it on Hall of Fame yet, I'm able to get a nasty block. And then right here, I'm able to get in contest, with just that 74 interior. Unfortunately, he's forcing me. Like I said, that 99 standing dunk, he's trying to force it on me, and he's still not able to finish. Now, like I said, throughout the game, he definitely got a dunk here and there, but for the most part, I'm telling you guys right now, the team is going to rather have somebody like this that can dribble and create a bucket for you and your team than a center that's just forcing up dunks in the paint time and time again. And right here, I go for the dribble pull-up. Unfortunately, I'm not able to knock it down. But on the other end, I'm able to get back in time to get a nasty chase down block just like LeBron James in his prime. Then on this possession, he kicks it to the AI in the corner. I immediately call for the ball and go for that Pro 2 dribble pull up from the perimeter. Every time they sag off, you're going to be able to knock those down pretty easily. Right here, go to that Zach LaVine snatchback to that behind the back move. That's going to be so nasty. A lot of people are not going to be expecting you to do that move right there, and you're going to be able to create buckets time and time again. I'm telling you guys right now, this is the funnest build that I have created so far on NBA 2K25, and if you create it, I promise you won't regret it. Don't worry about getting horsed, because time and time again, I'm telling you guys, I actually have been out rebounding some of these 7-foot centers. Now, like I told you guys earlier, I promised you that I would show you guys every single animation that I have on this build. So we're going to run through that really quick, just in case you're interested. If you're not interested in that, you don't have to watch the rest of this video, but I do appreciate it if you stick around. Now, like I said, I'm going to jump straight into the animations, but if this video helped you out in any way at all, please don't forget to hit that like button. Now, I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering what jump shot I'm using, and some of you guys probably can tell, but we're going to talk about that here in just a minute. But first, I do want to say that every single animation that I'm using, I honestly got most of these off of doing my research on YouTube, finding what the best players are using. So for the go-to shot, I'm using this Bryce Sensenball. I'm not really sure how to say his name. His go-to shot with the dribble pull-up, the Pro 2 dribble pull-up. I'm telling you guys, ever since I switched to this is the best dribble pull-up in the game. This pull-up is water, and since I'm under 6'10", this is a 6'9" build, I'm able to equip this, and a lot of centers do not have this on their build. Another really good one is Kevin Durant, especially for those big men. That's what a lot of the centers use that are over 6'10". So Kevin Durant's a really good one, but I really like having Pro 2 on my center. Now, moving on, the spin jumper, I'm using the Kevin Durant spin jumper. And like I said, I just made this build, so I haven't really even utilized this that much. The hop jumper, I am using Kevin Durant once again. Now, moving on, the post fade, I got on Kobe Bryant. I'm not really using post fades on this build yet. I might later on in the year, I don't know. Post hook, doesn't really matter, use whatever. Post hop shot, I got on Kobe Bryant. Moving on to the motion style, I'm using Jalen Smith. This is one of the really good ones that 2K2 recommends to use on the 6'9" builds, so that's what I'm using for that. Moving on to the pass style, like I said, I'm using the Tyrese Halliburton pass style. This is the best pass style. The dribble style, we have on Kevin Durant. Like I said, that 65 speed with ball is gonna unlock the Kevin Durant dribble style. You only need a 60 to unlock Zion Williamson. Now, you guys are going to see exactly why I went with that 80 ball handle. We're going to get the Devin Booker signature size up. You need an 80 ball handle to unlock this animation. Moving on to the regular breakdown combo, I have on Pro. You only need a 70 for this. The regular breakdown combo, I have Jason Tatum. You need a 75 to unlock this animation. A really good animation. Escape move, we get on Jimmy Butler. You only need a 70 for this as well. A really good move to create some space. Combo move, I got on Devin Booker. You need an 80 ball handle to unlock this, and you need an 80 ball handle to unlock that Zach LaVine that you see down at the bottom. Now, some people might use Zach LaVine. I'm not really sure. Let me know in the comments what you guys use for combo moves. And once again, that 80 ball handle, unlocking the Devin Booker crossover. A really good crossover animation. Behind the back, I got on Kawhi Leonard. You need a 70 ball handle for this, but combined with that Tyrese Halliburton hesitation, I'm telling you guys, these are some of the better animations that some of the bigger guards are using with the low ball handle this year. I even used some of these animations for my 6'2" guard, and being at the center position, being guarded by 7-footers, combined with this Zach LaVine step back with that 80 ball handle once again, you're going to be able to create a lot of buckets for yourself. The center on the other team is going to be in for a long 30 minutes. Now, like I said, a lot of these animations I got off of YouTube, and I'm sure a lot of you guys probably follow whoever I got this jump shot from, because the video had about 500,000 views. So I definitely got this jump shot from another YouTuber, but so far it's been working out for me. I might try to find a different jump shot in the future. If you guys have any recommendations, please let me know in the comments. I would love to try some different jump shots out. Now, going into the dunk style creator, I'm not going to talk about all of these. If you want every single animation that I have, you can slow the video down and equip what I equip. As you can see, I am going to make a couple of changes or add some dunk packages, but I'm not going to take the time to slow this down and talk about each package. I wanted to make this video a little bit shorter. It's already coming up on 30 minutes. So I am going to go through this really quick, and you're going to see every single animation that I have and the ones that I changed. Like for instance, right here, the tomahawk package, I did have the athletic side tomahawks on. I think I take it off and equip the leaning slams package. So you're going to see things like that as I go through this, but you're going to be able to equip every single dunk animation that I use. I try to use dunk packages that are safe and won't get blocked. And in my opinion, that one right there kind of looks like it might get blocked from time to time, so I take it off. And then I have this front clutch package on as well for the double clutch. It's a really good package in my opinion. I don't really know about these athletic packages. I think I take one off in this video right here. The athletic one-hander moving dunks. I don't really like that slow animation. So I think I decided to take this off and equip something else that requires an 80 driving dunk, this quick drop off one. If you guys have any recommendations for any dunk packages as well, please let me know in the comments. Now, this is going to be really easy for the standing dunks. You're going to equip all the animations that you have. That way you just get more animations activated whenever you're playing. You want both of them. And then with the signature dunks, I got on Devin Booker, Karl Malone, and Latrell Sprewell. Obviously, these are going to be some things that I experiment, especially because this is a new build to me. I haven't played on a build that's 6'5" to 6'9" at all this year, so I'm still learning, and I'm honestly enjoying it a lot. I can't wait to hit Veteran 2 and unlock that other +5 cap breaker, and by next season, I'm going to have another +1 for the end of the season, so we'll have 6 more cap breakers to use to try to get that 89 driving dunk on this build and unlock that 1 foot and that 2 foot moving contact dunks. So if that's something you want to see in the future, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss out. Now, one last thing I want to show you guys before I go. I did forget to show you guys earlier the takeover that I'm using. I did tell you in the video, but we're going to go to it really quick just so you can see. As you can see, though, we do have a lot of the takeovers that centers get, including Horse, Glass Gunner, but we also have this Make It Rain takeover, which some centers have as well. But this takeover is the one I'm using right now, and we get a +7 to our speed. But if you read the takeover, it enhances standstill perimeter shooting and boosts the ability to get open. So if you're not a rhythm shooter and you shoot with the square button, I highly recommend you use this takeover. It's going to help you knock down those shots, and it's going to give you a boost to the ability to get open on the perimeter. Using that silver slippery off ball as a center is going to make it really difficult. Another really toxic thing that you can do as well, as you can see, is equip this offensive artist takeover, the silky shooter takeover. If you read it, it makes it easier to make perimeter shots off the dribble. So this, combined with the gold shifty shooter badge, if you use your tier 1 badge perk to get this, it's going to make those dribble pull-ups extremely toxic, especially at the center position. Like you guys saw the clips, people aren't going to be expecting you to do that at the center position. It could be extremely toxic, I promise. And if this isn't your play style and this isn't for you, I completely understand, but this is something I've been having a lot of fun playing with. If you like this build, please let me know in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button, and until next time, I'm out.